Surat court has today convicted Congress MP Rahul Gandhi in a criminal defamation case over his alleged remarks regarding the Modi surname. With his conviction, the sword of disqualification seems to be hanging over his head. We have with us Mr. PDT Achary, former Secretary General of Lok Sabha and also a constitutional expert. Thanks for joining us, sir. So if you can tell us, with what does this conviction now mean for Mr. Gandhi as far as the disqualification proceedings against him is concerned?
Well, under Section 8 of the Representation of People Act 1951, when a person is convicted and sentenced to imprisonment for a period of 2 years or more, he will be disqualified. So that is what the section says. Earlier, there was an exception in regard to the sitting members. They had a window of 3 months within which to appeal and all that. And for 3 months at least, disqualification would not have taken effect. But in 2013, in that Lily Thomas case, the Supreme Court said that 3 months is not legally valid. So they struck it down. So 3 months window is not available now, which means there is an immediate disqualification. As soon as the conviction is announced, the sentence is announced. That is the legal position. But then, the trial court itself has suspended the sentence part of it. Good. They can do only that. Suspended the sentence. Now here, the disqualification is directly relatable to the period of sentence. Because when the section says 2 years or more, it means only that. That means if it is less than 2 years, then there is no disqualification. So it is relatable to the period of sentence. So that means when the court itself suspends the sentence for a certain period, logically we can say that the disqualification also is suspended. Now he can go to, so his membership remains as per this logic. That is what, that is what my opinion is about that. So now he can go to the appellate court and file an appeal, and the appellate court has to suspend or stay both conviction and sentence. In that case, the status quo will be restored and he will continue to be a member of the House till the thing is disposed of either way by the appellate court. So that is the position. So far as automatic suspension or automatic disqualification is concerned, of course, the Supreme Court decision, if you go by that, then you can say that there is an automatic disqualification happening. But the point is, in the Constitution there is an Article 103, which says that the questions regarding disqualification will be decided by the President. Disqualification of sitting members will be decided by the President. And the President will decide it on the basis of an opinion coming from the Election Commission. Okay. So that means it will take some time before the President is able to take a decision on this. And only after the presidential decision has come, the seat in the Lok Sabha can be declared vacant. Okay. Now the presidential decision is important because it's a constitutional requirement. The Supreme Court judgment in Lily Thomas case does not deal with the impact of or the operational importance of Article 103. So there is a little confusion there.
So you said that he is not liable to immediately being disqualified in this present case. So the law, the RP Act, says that disqualification begins on the date of conviction. As of now, the trial court has only stayed his sentence and not the conviction. So is it not needed, does Rahul Gandhi not need to also get a stay on his conviction to get a relief as far as disqualification is concerned?
Well, that is one view.
Okay.
But then how will you explain the other thing? That when the law itself says that disqualification will take place only if the sentence is for a particular period, that is 2 years, 2 years or more. Suppose it is for less than 2 years, then will there be disqualification? It will not be there. So that is why I say it is directly relatable to the period of sentence.
But in this case, he has been sentenced to 2 years. So does he come under the purview of 8.3 and become liable? Is what we're trying to understand.
No,
Because
then my argument is, so logically,
Yeah.
if you advance this logic further, that means when that sentence has been, when the disqualification is relatable to the sentence, when that sentence has been lifted, suspended, then what happens to the disqualification?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So, for our viewers, if you could just briefly explain what is the process that's followed, that has to be followed when an MP, after conviction, has to be disqualified.
Well, the Lok Sabha, if he's a member of the Lok Sabha, then the Lok Sabha will issue a notification saying that the seat has fallen vacant, and that notification that will go to the Election Commission, because Election Commission has to take further steps, declaring the election schedule and all that, Then the Election Commission will decide. But first, they have to issue a notification saying that this has become vacant. But that can happen, according to me, only after the President has taken a decision on this, under Article 103.
Okay.
That's the thing.
So you mentioned the Lily Thomas judgment from Supreme Court in 2013, which has taken away the 3-month window period that is available for sitting MPs. So is there any other relevant Supreme Court judgment or a Constitution Bench judgment that could come to Rahul Gandhi's rescue in granting him a window period in any form before the disqualification kicks in?
Well, as far as I remember, there is a case, but I don't remember the citation of that case. That was headed by 3 judges of the Supreme Court. It was long before this Lily Thomas case was decided. In that case, Supreme Court had very clearly said that the President has to come in whenever there is a question about disqualification due to conviction or whatever. Because there are many grounds on which a person can be disqualified. This is one of the grounds. So, whenever such an issue occurs, and then the President has to decide it. In the case of sitting members, the President has to decide it. That is 103. So, the 3-judge bench had decided that. After that, after many years, this Lily Thomas judgment came. But Lily Thomas judgment, did not give much thought to the operational significance of Article 103. That is why there is a little confusion about it.
So in case disqualification is initiated in this situation, so what's the period of disqualification? How is that decided? And if there is any ban on contesting elections, how does that happen?
Yeah, disqualification has serious consequences. Disqualification means, now suppose a person, the appeal has been rejected and finally it has been upheld, the trial court decision has been upheld by the highest court, suppose. Yeah. In that case, there will be, he has to serve the sentence. Okay, that is for 2 years. And he remains disqualified during that period. But after the sentence is over, after the sentence has been served, for another 6 years, he will remain disqualified. That is it. So altogether, in a case like this, disqualification will last for 8 years. 2 plus 6. That's how it is. But then there is a provision in the Representation of People Act, I think it is section 11 or something, where the Election Commission has been given the power to reduce the period of disqualification from 6 years, or to altogether do away with that. Do away with that. These powers have been given to the Election Commission. So they can exercise that power. Of course, they have to give reasons why they are doing it. That is all. These are some of the legal provisions which can be invoked at a particular time.
So our last question, according to you, can Rahul Gandhi be disqualified as of today?
No, according to me, his disqualification that has arisen out of his conviction and sentence stands suspended.
Thank you so much for speaking with us, sir. With Rahul Gandhi being convicted in this case and the cloud of disqualification still over his head, whether or not he will get any relief from any courts is something that is yet to be seen. With camera person Abhishek from New Delhi, this is Srishti, Ojha, India Today.